right, ready to go here. And now for the Twins, Willie Castro. And that is out of play. Right through there for a strike. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. He goes down looking. Jose Miranda, the next Twin up to hit. That one the other way. Makes the grab, and there's 2 out. 2 down, base is empty. Carlos Correa, the next Twin up to hit. Correa in his 10th season, 30 years old now, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Foul ball there. 2 outs. Yeah, that's fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just...
Well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. Nothing doing here for the Twins. Now the Cardinals will see. And now the center fielder, Michael Ciani. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Wallner hauls it in, and there's 1 away. So let's take a look at the opening day lineup for the Cardinals. Chris, what do you expect from them in 2025?
I'd expect them to be competitive at the very least. St. Louis has only had 2 seasons below 500 since 2000. So you got to think they'll be in the hunt all year long and maybe even give Cardinals fans something to cheer about in October.
See you later. A solo shot. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Well, he went up there looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Line drive. Makes the grab. 2 down. Here's Nolan Gorman. Warning track. Wall. And you can touch them all, baseball man. A massive home run. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a run. It's 2-0. Base is empty with 2 away. And now the DH, Alec Burleson. Slashes this one, and it be trouble. Now around second, going for third. Trying to wiggle out of a rundown now. And they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was back here in St. Louis. New inning getting started. Now the cleanup hitter for Minnesota, Royce Lewis. That one not close. And that's ball 1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And Chris, behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Ciani sizing this one up. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double. And now here is Matt Wallner. And that one's a little bit low. And that is ball 1.
You know what I feel like, Boog? I mean, throwing it down to second base, like, honestly, there's only a couple of pitchers that ever had any success in doing that. It's just really hard to pick somebody up.
Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He's safe as he gets his hand in. It's 2-1.
A costly mistake in the outfield thanks to the bad read and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
Fouled off. He was late. Lifted in the air, right center field. Ciani sizes this one up. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Headed for the plate. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in. Safe at home as 2 score on the end. Inside the park homer. Ryan Jeffers at the plate. Right through there for a strike.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame here on opening day. Oh, he can't bring it in. Here's Trevor Larnach. And a foul ball. This one in the air. Arenado pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 away. Edouard Julien, the next twin up to hit. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
And a pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. And that is that. 3 runs for him. And welcome back to the ballpark. Leading off, Nolan Arenado. Lopez back to work. Out in front and foul to the left side.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Buxton ranges back. Gone! And this place is rocking. His first homer of the year, and this game is tied. It's 3-3.
He just sent a jolt of electricity into this stadium with that swing. Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And now the catcher comes up to him, Ivan Herrera. Swing and a base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some playing for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate, and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still...
Fires to second for one, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Reaching for it, makes the catch. Cards draw even on the solo shot. We're tied now with 3 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. Top half of the 3rd inning. And now Jose Miranda. That one ripped but foul.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His 3rd inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And the 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And a foul ball. And down on strikes. Making 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Absolutely dotted the edge of the zone right there. That was a tough battle, man. So to make a really quality pitch and just catch him looking like that, it's got to feel good out there on the mound. That was a fun at bat to watch.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. It gets down, a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
Back-to-back singles. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely, Jim.
And that is the inning.
Poetry in motion there is the second.
Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection. And that one in the air center field. Buxton should have this one. Puts it away for the out.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Now up for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan. In the air to left center. Buxton gets under it. Makes the catch. 2 away. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Buxton settles underneath it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here in St. Louis, on to the 4th. And now for the Twins, Byron Buxton.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
When you examine Buxton's career trajectory, the thing that really jumps out, the speed and the defense early on. And it's through for a hit. And a good start to the inning. Here's the catcher to hit, Ryan Jeffers. And that one fouled off. High fly ball out to left field. Donovan on the move. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
And boy, do they catch a break. Otherwise, you're looking at runners around the bases and probably a run that scores.
Two in scoring position, nobody out here on opening day. The other way to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe, and a run comes in to score. So up next for Minnesota, Edouard Julien swings through that one. No outs, runners at first and second.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Swing and a ground ball down the line, and it's foul. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. This is Willie Castro. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
And here's the first baseman, Jose Miranda. There's the strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Gets it to first. That ends the inning. Bottom of the fourth, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Nolan Gorman. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball.
And next is the designated hitter, Alec Burleson. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Buxton gets there. He's under it. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out. So now it's Nolan Arenado. He's already homered in this game. There's the swing and a drive from Arenado. Deep to left. In to score is the runner from third. It's 4-4. Now a relay to second, but he's in there easily.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a good swing on it.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In the dirt.
0-1.
And an excellent job keeping it right there. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Larnach on the move. And there's 2 away. Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. He's 0 for 1. And that one is lifted in the air. Buxton moves under it. And the inning is over. Cards on the board with this double. It's now tied 4-4. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Busch Stadium. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Carlos Correa. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And a foul ball. Correa, the former first overall pick from Puerto Rico back in 2012, and he blossomed into the American League Rookie of the Year in 2015. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, whips it to first on the run. Pretty nice play there.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Fought off foul. And a base hit up the middle. So a man aboard now with one away.
That's back-to-back singles for him. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Man at first, one away. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Contreras under it, and he's got it. 2 down.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Ball.
Lewis off of first with 2 away. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Sonny Gray will depart, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. Michael McGreevy will take over here.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Swing and a miss.
1-1. That's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that drops in for a strike. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And we're in the top of the 5th. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And the Redbirds bullpen comes through. Back here in St. Louis, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Now up for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. Lopez back to work. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
You know, these Cardinals, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
And that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping, he's going for 3. The relay throw. The tag, and he's out trying for 3. Now batting Michael Yanni. 0 for 2 in this one. Now one out to right. Wallner. And there are 2 outs. And up next for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan. He's already homered here in this one. High in the air, out to right. Wallner pulls that one down, and that's the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now the Twins catcher, Brian Jeffers. To the right side, Contreras. And he handles it himself for the out. And next for Minnesota, Trevor Larnach. Late on that fastball.
0-1's the count.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Caught him looking for the K. Edouard Julien, the Twin up to hit. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Just missed. 2 down, nobody on. Here on opening day. And now it's even up. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. cut on and miss, struck him out. That K is his third of the game. So they go quietly there. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. And we are tied 4-4. And we're back. And now the first baseman, Wilson Contreras. Hard hit left side. To first. And a quick out, number one. And next is the Cardinals' four-hitter, Nolan Gorman. That misses the zone. 1-0.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they jump out front. It's 5-4. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct.
Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. 1 for 2. On the ground to first. Steps on first for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Lace down the line. This looks like extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Pulls in with a double. Third hit for him today.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals. And that's outside. There's a swing and a drive. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. The run comes in from second, and it's 6-4.
And he's got a double.
Great effort out there as he tries to reach and haul this one in, but just can't extend far enough. I think it started with a bad read off the bat, which led to a bad jump, bad angle, and that cost him right there. Extra bases.
Man at second here with 2 away. And here is Lars Nootbaar. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1. Runner at second, 2 down. The 0-2. And he grounds one to the right side. Miranda takes it to the bag, inning over, and it could have been worse. Back here in St. Louis, now it's the DH, Willie Castro. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Donovan makes the grab, 1 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Jose Miranda. Liner, base hit. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he'll pull into second safely.
Line, you know, hitters They take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Nootbaar moves under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Here's Royce Lewis. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. But he's back. There's a swing and a miss.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count.
He locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Danny Coulombe.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Win up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside ball 1. Hit hard, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's the center fielder, Michael Ciani. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3. Just off the inside edge. Coulombe measures 5 feet 10 inches. He throws a cutter, a sinker, a slurve, a curve, and he works in a 4-seamer. Next offering is fouled back. And now 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Throw back in quickly. 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
A couple of singles back to back. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
So digging in, Brendan Donovan. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Wallner sizing this one up. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 away. Here's Contreras now. 0 for 3 in this one. A little bit high. And it's 1-0.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Next offering upstairs.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Fouled off left side. Two on, 1 out. That one fouled off. 2 and 2. Good eye right there.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. And they tack on 3. It's 9-4. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch.
Coming out of the bullpen for the Twins, Brock Stewart.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And now it's going to be Nolan Gorman. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Larnach makes a nice running catch.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Burleson, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Yohan Duran warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. This one lifted in the air, left field. That is the inning. St. Louis gets 3 on the homer. It's opened up. Back here in St. Louis, stepping in, Matt Wallner. And first offering is fouled off. Right through there for a strike. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Buxton in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Next offering is fouled back. The Cardinals leading by 5, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is in for a strike. And a breaking ball misses outside. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Ryan Jeffers. Foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Up the middle. Win. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Twins retired in short order. They trail it here. Back here at Busch Stadium, bottom of the 8th. Here's Nolan Arenado. Stewart back to work. This one in the air, center field. Buxton makes the catch for the out. And there's one away. Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals. Correa over to first. And that is out number 2.
Right fielder,
Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. To the right side. He steps on the bag. They don't come any quicker. 3 pitches for 3 outs. Inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors. 9th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 9 and the Twins 4. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the fielder, Trevor Larnach. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
This one in the air. And he'll be safe at first.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Larnach gets his lead at first with nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2. Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all of the strikeouts, they kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
That ball went out.
And a good eye there. Fights it off. He'll see another. That to right. Newtball pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. The Twins down to their final out. And here's the first baseman, Jose Moreno. Lifted to left, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals slug their way to a win in this one.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
9-4 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.